Good morning, guys. Welcome to WowIF. See, before we start our discussion, this is our Telegram channel. If you want, you can join our Telegram channel. Here we are posting daily editorial notes. These are our notes. Okay, so basically we are trying to cover the complete editorial in almost 1.5 page. If you want, you can go through our notes by joining our Telegram channel. Let's start our today's session. Okay, first we'll see the front page. Okay, so this is the most important news of today's headline. This will be covered in editorial as well in maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow. See, first news is Annie Arnox. Annie Arnox, she got Literature Nobel Prize. She is a French author. Basically, what she is doing is from his daily life, she is trying to make novels out of that. Okay, from his own experience. This much is important from this news. Nothing else is important. Okay. Then next news. See, UN Council rejects debate on Xinjiang. Why they wanted to have a debate on it? Because UN rights chief, former UN rights chief जो थे Mikhail, okay, he has brought a report which states that there are atrocities and tortures going on in Xinjiang province against whom? Muslim minorities, especially Uyghurs. Okay, but as you know, China is a permanent member and P5 have a dominance. So because of that, it has vetoed it out. The biggest issue is India. Yes, India abstained from the voting on human rights. Okay, we might get an editorial on this as well. Okay. चलिए नेक्स्ट न्यूज देखते हैं. अब देखिए एक एनवायरमेंटल इशू ये रेड अलर्ट करके न्यूज है. व्हाई इट इज देयर? सी वॉट एवर दिस रेड व्हाट यू कैन सी दीज आर द रोब्स. Okay, whose robes are it is? Of devotees. Whose devotees? These are the devotees of Kanak Durga. Okay, on the Durga Ghat of Krishna River. Where it is? It is in Vijayawada. Okay, what they do basically, they practice a 41 days diksha or austerity period. Once that is done, अब इसके बाद ये परिक्रमा लगाते हैं मंदिर के. What it is called in English? Circumambulates the Indra adobe of goddess, and after that they take a dip in the river and they will leave the clothes there itself. See guys, if you are following these kind of practices, if you want to leave the clothes, don't leave them lying on the ghat. At least dump them in some garbage bags. Okay, following a ritual is not an issue, but you should follow it in an environment friendly manner. Okay, चलिए नेक्स्ट न्यूज देखते हैं. अब अगली न्यूज क्या है? एक तमिल डायरेक्टर है मिस्टर वेट्रीमारन. व्हाट दे से दैट द कंसेप्ट ऑफ हिंदू was not there and it is a British output. Okay, and same thing was favored by our legend actor Kamal Hassan. Okay, what they are saying is prior to that they were practices of Venavam, Saivam and Samanam. Okay, so basically that it calls about we were Vaishnavites, we were Shivites, and we used to fight among each others on those things. And this the concept of single Hindu religion is not Indian thing, and by imposing Hindu practice, it's imposing on Tamilians is like suppressing the Tamil identity or Tamil culture. Okay, चलिए next देखते हैं. Okay, first article we need to check first. So what World Bank has done, World Bank has reduced the GDP projection to 16.5% for India for the financial year 23. That is 2023, 22-23 के लिए हमारा जो GDP प्रोजेक्शन है वर्ल्ड बैंक की तरफ से वो 6.5% कर दिया गया. पहले कितना था? पहले था 7.5%. ओके, व्हाई इट हैज बीन डिक्रीज वो नेक्स्ट पेज में बताया. देयर विल रीड. ओके, हियर व्हाट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. सी दिस रिपोर्ट comes under South Asia economic focus tilted coping with shocks, migration and the road to resilience. Direct question आते हैं यूपीएससी में. Who has published this report? World Bank has published this report. Then it also talks about Sri Lanka's economic crisis. It talks about flood situation in Pakistan. देन इट टॉक्स अबाउट इम्पैक्ट्स ऑफ रशिया यूक्रेन वॉर। ओके, चलिए अब आगे देखते हैं। हाँ, तो देखिए वर्ल्ड बैंक ने क्या बोला, पहली चीज इन्होंने ये बोली कि जो सर्विस लेड कंट्रीज है ना, सर्विस बेस्ड इकोनॉमीज है, वो ज्यादा जल्दी और रीजनेबल पेस से रिकवर करेंगी। सेकेंड थिंग व्हाट दे सेड इज अफगानिस्तान, श्रीलंका एंड पाकिस्तान पॉवर्टी विल इंक्रीज देयर इन 2022। ओके, now why there is a dip in the progress of GDP if economies are going to grow in a better pace, especially service led like India? So what they are saying is last year's economic growth was because of COVID based restraints were lifted off. Because of that, there was a huge jump in the GDP. This year, it is not happening. Okay, secondary, there are issues like war, Russia-Ukraine war, then global monetary policy tightening is going on, high commodity prices because of war. Okay, interest rates are rising, which are decreasing the domestic demand. Okay, these things they are talking about. Then in respect of India, what they have said that manufacturing and service in India is growing at a good pace comparative to the world. Okay, and after that they are talking about output had grown with an estimate of 13.5% year on year, but there is a contraction however related to preceding quarter. Okay, besides that there is nothing much, and most probably this will be covered in yesterday's editorial itself, so we'll read it there. Okay, then we have discussed that Annie Arnox got the Nobel Prize for Literature. Her first Nobel was cleaned out in 1974, where she has discussed about her abortion in youth, which she has not told to her family as well. Okay, not that much important. Okay, now see, Justice Dinesh Sharma, ये High Court of Delhi के justice हैं. Okay, he has been appointed as a to head the UAPA tribunal related to PFI. As we all know, the PFI has been banned, okay, for 5 years now. For now, okay, now they got a chance to present themselves under UAPA Act to a tribunal where they can prove that they are not a organization which is promoting terrorism. Okay, चलिए guys आगे देखते हैं। अब देखिए, JNK delimitation order have acquired force of law. Election Commission, actually there is an appeal in Supreme Court that why delimitation has been made for JNK specifically when it is supposed to happen after 2026. Okay, so why it has been fixed 2026? See, because of some population control measure, those states who are able to decrease the fertility rate, they are at loss. Okay, if we'll keep on doing the delimitation every after every census. Okay, so it was decided that after 2021 census only we'll do the remaining delimitation. However, internal delimitation can happen, like within the state delimitation can happen. Okay, but parliament seats for Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha will remain constant till 2026. Okay, so basically what is delimitation, we'll see. The delimitation is basically deals with fixing the boundary and territorial constituencies. What it wants to achieve is one vote has one value, equal value for each vote. Okay, so they will divide, like suppose state is there, state is having 80 parliament Lok Sabha seats, it will divide the state in such a manner that each constituency will have equal number of votes. Okay, so see Article 82, Parliament can enact Delimitation Act. Once Parliament enacts that Delimitation Act, okay, states can, union government set up Delimitation Commission. Okay, Delimitation Commission is appointed by President. Okay, here it is mentioned Delimitation Commission is appointed by President. Okay, composition क्या होता है? Retired Supreme Court judge होते हैं, Chief Election Commissioner होता है, respective state election commissioner होता है. This much is important at this point because this matter is not that serious. Okay, चलिए अब नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल देखते हैं। Okay, so we'll cover the editorial. As you can see, I've showed you earlier also, these are our notes. If you want, we have covered the complete editorial here. You can read it directly from here. It will save lot of your time. Okay. Domestic ideologies in external settings. See, I have wasted my time for you guys for reading this article. It's of no use. Basically, what he is doing is he is critically analyzing the statements made by Mr. S. J. Shankar. Who is S. J. Shankar? We all know he is our External Affairs Minister. Okay. Whatever speech he has given in UNGA, okay, he has critically analyzed it and saying that you have said this wrong, you have said this wrong, you should not talk in that manner, that manner. Okay, being an aspirant to become a bureaucrat, you can't criticize government in these manners. Okay, चलिए अब आज के एडिटोरियल को कवर करेंगे जल्दी जल्दी. Don't lure, persuade. Fiscal rationale for poll promises will impart depth to electoral campaign. Basically, this is regarding the yesterday's news which we have read. Now, like election commission has proposed that whatever electoral promises parties are giving, okay, or parties are making in their manifestos, they should also come up with the complete detail who will be targeted with under those policies, how much money will be required for those policies, from where that money will come. Okay, so that is discussed here. Okay, what is the proposal? Political parties to disclose financial implication of electoral manifesto. Okay, this is already mentioned in 2015. They have incorporated it in the model code of conduct, but the way that is being declared, okay, that is quite ambiguous and the disclosure is of no use. So what election commission is doing now is proposing a pro forma for disclosure, how you have to give it, like how you have to disclose the information regarding how you will implement those schemes which you are bringing in the manifesto. It should not be like manifestos are meant for just for the sake of saying anything you are putting it there. Okay, so now what they will mention in those pro forma, it's like targeted section of society, who are being targeted with that scheme. Okay, extent of coverage, then number of beneficiaries, how many number of beneficiaries will be there, cost kitna hoga, okay, and how we will raise the resources. Okay, then what they are doing is they are asking center and state to provide the details of budget revenue receipts, expenditure and outstanding liabilities. Why these things are important? These will help the political parties, okay, to know the fiscal challenges they will face for the implementation of the promised schemes which they are promising in their manifesto. What will be the difficulties on that? Okay, and secondly, it will help the voters also. How it will help the voters? To know the financial viability of the manifesto schemes. Okay, whether they are viable or not, voters will be able to judge that. Okay. It will also help in like responsible treatment of manifesto. Okay, it should not be a popular measure. It should be a more intellectually and more rational measure manifesto. Okay, लिखने को कुछ भी लिख देते हैं, हम चांद तारे तोड़ लाएंगे, तुम एक बार वोट तो दो, ठीक है, ऐसे नहीं चल सकता. अब सुप्रीम कोर्ट का एक जजमेंट है वेयर दे सेड दैट इलेक्टोरल प्रोमिसेस आर नॉट अ करप्ट प्रैक्टिसेस, बट election commission should bring down some guidelines, okay, so that it can be judged that whatever manifesto they are saying, whatever promises they are doing, pre-poll promises, those should be fulfilled in a rational manner. Okay, this much is there, guys. चलिए next news देखते हैं. Strengthening the CSR framework in a profitable idea is a profitable idea. See, basically this particular idea is talking about the fallouts or the challenges in the CSR. What is CSR? Corporate social responsibility. Here it is mentioned, corporate social responsibility. Okay, so Companies Act 2013 section 135 deals with CSR, corporate social responsibility. अब कुछ facts दे रखे हैं शुरू में. देखिए, first thing it says that CSR, corporate social responsibility amount has been increased. Initially it was in 2014-15 it was 10 crores. Now it is 24 crores in 2021. But what are the issues? What are the challenges related to that as far as facts are concerned? Profitability. See, companies have already have also increased in profit. So whether that is commensurating with the increase in CSR or it is not. Secondly, see, zero spending companies have been increased. Third, that companies which are spending less than 2% has increased. In 2015, 16 it was 3078, now it is 3290. But there is a clause which says that if you are spending, suppose this year you are spending 3%, okay, you should spend 2%, you have spent 3%. So this 1% extra which you have spent, that you can carry forward for next 3 financial years. Okay, so what they are doing is they are investing something this year and they are carry forwarding it to the next years as well. Because of that, this has been reduced 2%. Okay. Decrease in number of companies who are spending under CSR. Earlier it was 25,000, now it is 1,700. Okay, maybe multiple reasons are there. Maybe this COVID was not there that time. Okay, that is one of the reasons. Okay. Other issue is what has been done. Companies are making their own foundations and they are transferring the CSR budget to there. Whether that is legal under the act or not, that is not clear, because act does not talk about it. Okay, the act is silent about it. चलिए इसके बाद देखते हैं बाकी इश्यूज क्या है. एक तो जोग्राफिकल बायस है. व्हाई देयर इज जोग्राफिकल बायस? बिकॉज जब फर्स्ट प्रोविजन जो है सेक्शन 35(5) का, व्हाट इट टॉक्स अबाउट, प्रेफरेंस शुड बी गिवन टू लोकल एरियाज. Preference should be given to local areas. What they are doing is they are investing everything in the local areas because to get the popularity there, okay, to get a goodwill there. They spend everything there only. Okay, there is a report by Ashoka University Center for Social Impact and Philanthropy. What it says that 54% of the CSR companies lies in 4 states: Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and Gujarat. Remaining of the country does not get that much of funding then, because they will be spending in the local areas. Then there is a high level committee in 2018. We'll read about their recommendations as well. What they say is that local area is directionary, the term local area, but balance should be made, okay, so that every state should get the benefit of that CSR. Okay, then it talks about point 4 of schedule 7 of the act, which talks about environmental issues. Okay, that CSR should spend on environmental issues, but if you'll see, maximum investment is on education 37%, then health and sanitary 29%, and only 9% on environment, where many companies are mining companies, okay, which results in harm to the environment. Then quarrying is also there. Then many companies will be having various effluents which goes to water and all those things, so they should work towards environment, but they are not doing it. They are investing in education and health more. Then we'll talk about monitoring. Okay, what are the lacuna in monitoring? See, monitoring is board led basically, and reporting of spending is done to annually they will do it to corporate affairs ministry in MCA. Okay, but whether these reports are reviewed or not, that is unknown. Then standing committee of finance, what it said is like, to get the data of CSR is a difficult task, and whatever data you will get, that is insufficient. Okay, then it talks about the way it is being accounted. They generally tell you the amount. Okay, and in the audit it is not mentioned. If there is some lacuna in the total amount or something, they will just mention the amount and nothing else. Okay, so that is an issue. You can read this. This is a bit technical, that's why I'm not covering it here. Okay, you just can go through it. Now, what is the way forward? What they are showing is, they are telling is, prepare a national platform, okay, where each state will provide the details what all CSR related activities can be done in their state, and then companies can choose from them. Okay, so that their amount should be well spent and it should have a farther reach. Okay, after that they have given some more important things, like they are discussing about aspirational districts and all those things. Just go through it. Okay, then they are telling that out of the total budget of CSR, 25% should go to the environmental issues. Okay, last way forward is selection and implementation should be done along with community, district administration and public representatives like MPs and MLAs. Okay, चलिए अब उसके बाद एज आई डिस्कस हाई लेवल कमेटी की कुछ रिकमेंडेशंस है, वो हम पढ़ लेते हैं. ओके, स्ट्रेंथन द रिपोर्टिंग मैकेनिज्म. ओके, एनहेंस डिस्क्लोजर, how they have selected the project, how they have selected the location, how they are implementing it. Okay, these things should be done. Okay, CSIR should bring under the statutory financial audit. Audit should done properly for that. Okay, then it talks about, see, duplication नहीं होना चाहिए work का, because see, government is doing multiple works regarding sanitation, water supply, education, which are under the schedule 7, so there should not be any duplication of work. See, non-spend, underspend or overspend. Okay, qualified auditor should give an audit report on that. ओके एंड जो एमसीए है, अभी ऊपर पढ़ा हमने, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ कॉमर्स के अंदर आता है ये, ठीक है, शुड डू मोर इन मॉनिटरिंग एंड सुपरविजन. Okay, instead of being merely a host of all information on their ministry's website, only hosting an information, it should also monitor and supervise it. Okay, last article is regarding no longer bizarre Nobel Prize given for establishing what one seen as a metaphysics. Basically, it talks about quantum physics. Okay, so this year's Nobel Prize was given to, Nobel Prize for Physics is given to Alan Aspect from France, John F. Kozler from USA, and Anton Zillinger from Austria. For what they got it? For their work on entangled photons. What are entangled photons? These are like, this guy is here, okay, and another guy is here. If this guy is laughing, this guy will either laugh or cry, but that is totally depend upon this guy is laughing or crying. Okay, so that is being entangled. Why they are entangled, for what they are entangled, that is the point of discussion. And they have discussed about the violation of Bell inequality. Bell has given some variables, okay, and they have shown the violation on that. Okay, actually they have rationalized quantum physics. Okay, because of that, possibilities of quantum computation, quantum cryptography, and quantum networking, basically information sharing has came a long way because of these researchers. Okay, now we'll discuss about quantum entanglement. I have told here also, okay, two or more particles exist in an entangled state, okay, such that what happens to one particle affects the other immediately, irrespective of how far they are. Distance matter नहीं करता है. If this guy will laugh, this guy, you have seen जुड़वा, सामने रहना जरूरी नहीं है, अगर एक हंसेगा तो दूसरा भी हंसेगा, ठीक है, सेम थिंग. अब इशू क्या था? Issue was that there could be a hidden variable that decides state of particles that was separated in space, and there was no real quirk in quantum mechanism that caused them to be entangled. So there was an issue why they are in that specific state and why they are being entangled. So to define this, Bell came up with his own theory which talks about Bell's inequalities. He has given some variables to explain it under the purview of quantum, to show that these are some of the exceptions. But then this John Klausler and Alan Aspect, they have shown no, they are not, they brought the violation. These are within the purview of quantum mechanics, okay, and they have explained it. So after that, this guy Anton Zillinger has went far behind, and he has discovered quantum teleportation. And now quantum teleportation is not like material will be teleported from one place to another. The impact, what we have talked now, that quantum entangled impact, no teleportation, however information about their quantum state move through distance, and this movement has been not for a meter or two, it is from earth to satellites also, and within the optical fibers today we see that. So basically it has revolutionized the information sharing, okay, whether it is audio, visual, whatever it is. Okay, so that's it guys for today. We'll meet tomorrow again. Till then, good day, happy learning.